Hi everyone, I'm Any New Province and I just finished up the league with Dryad Stampede. It was awesome to go super wide while drawing into even more creatures. You can prove how overpowered Rancor is in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamps in the description down below. While you're down there, if you wouldn't mind liking the video and subscribing to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. It's a great way to let me know you've enjoyed everything and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the league. All right, so match one, game one. Nothing that we can keep, so we're gonna mulligan. This isn't too bad. We can go turn one Quirion Ranger and then turn two Saruli Caretaker plus Rancor up Quirion Ranger and start attacking. I'm gonna keep this despite the white cards. Depending what we're playing against, another Rancor could be good. I guess like a Quirion Ranger attacking for 5 every turn might not be bad. But I think we need our white. Well, Saruli Caretaker can produce white mana. Actually, I think I will top this Rancor and hope our Caretaker doesn't die. It's kind of ballsy though, right? Like a little too ballsy almost. But we have 2 mana. Our curve's not very high. And a Quirion Ranger attacking for 5 every turn might actually be okay. So I'm actually going to top this. And we'll see what we're playing against. Hopefully something that a bunch of Rancors can punish. Turn 1 Tranquil Thicket means we might actually be on point here. So we'll turn 1 Quirion Ranger as intended. We're also attending this event of the turn 1 Quirion Ranger. Oh, opponent's on green-white as well. So is this Slivers? Okay. So we shouldn't expect much interaction from our opponent. Granted, the 5-1 Quirion Ranger isn't going to do much. What we want to find here is our Stony Brook Schoolmaster. That way, we have the potential to hit... Now I'm wondering if I want to Rancor up this Quirion Ranger and serve. I doubt my opponent will block. But it being able to trade on blocks is actually pretty good. So I'm going to play Caretaker. BC Male Dragon, here we go indeed. We're always playing against the Slivers, man. The Slivers, they love us. Cutting the top 20 cards of the format, I really can't imagine what that would look like. I wish I could. So play a forest, and maybe we just Rancor up the Caretaker, and then if they don't have another Lord... I mean, who am I kidding, right? They're going to have another Lord. And I have another Quirion Ranger in hand, plus this is our white source, so we don't even really want to risk it to a pump spell, so I'm actually going to Rancor up the Quirion Ranger. Oh yeah, Slivers are certainly the overlords, and we're going to be a defense this game, unfortunately. Rancor on a defender indeed. We can't race Slivers, right? I guess we can Journey to Nowhere next turn, so we might be able to sneak through 5 damage here. We could get 3 here down to 17, 5. We'll have them down to 12. We might not be that low, and by then we can put a Hopeful Idol on one of these and just gain a ton of life. Actually, the attack here might not be that bad. I'm going to go for it. J101, you've spoken the truth. So they're going to take 3 here. Play a tap land and another Lord. Okay, so staying back on defense might not have been the best strategy there. Hopefully next turn. Thank you, Marilyn. Naya Slivers with Quicksilver and some spicy red slivers the other day. That does sound pretty sweet. All right, so we're taking 3 here. We find Loam Dryad. Not super helpful here. We are going to Rancor up our Quirion Ranger. No, we can't do that and still Journey. Okay, so we're going to Quirion Ranger. Yeah, play Quirion Ranger. Make white mana. Untap Caretaker. Bounce a forest. And some spicy red slivers? That does sound sweet. So we're not being super productive committing creatures to the board here, but we are clocking our opponent, which is going to be important if we want to win this. And getting a Lord off the battlefield and pecking in some extra damage here, I feel like is kind of productive enough. So we are going to Journey the Sinew Sliver. And get in for 3. I'm starting to wonder whether it's worth it to play out Loam Dryad here, but I don't really want to go no lands on the battlefield just to have another attacker that might not be able to get through their blocker. Especially where we can just Rancor up the other Quirion Ranger next turn. So we're just going to pass. I would love to see all the Pauper data. I know. It's so weird. Like, when I came into brewing and stuff, like, when I came into brewing, I was able to see everything, you know, people were brewing. And it was, oh man, another Lord. Slivers, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be that way, Slivers? All right, here they come. But I doubt they'll trade their Muscle Sliver for a Quirion Ranger. So if we Rancor one up, that might be incentive enough to get them to block. Pauper data, go, go, go. You remember back in that day? Grixis Delver Affinity Burn? Oh my god, was that a deck? Oof. Yeah, being able to see all the decks would be amazing. There's another Journey. That's a pretty good draw. All right, so I think we run it back and attack for 5 here. So tap like this. Journey the Muscle Sliver. Hey, Lankenzie, thank you so much for the sub, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Thanks. And we'll Rancor up Quirion Ranger. The most vertible Quirion Ranger anyone has ever seen. Go to combat and swing. And I think now we might go all the way down to get a Loam Dryad. Because if our opponent doesn't block or can't commit enough blockers next turn, we might be able to use that extra mana to make a Hopeful Eidolon, which would be sweet. So I think I actually am going to do that. So untap this Quirion Ranger, I guess. Bounce the Forest. And our opponent's at 9. And make a Loam Dryad. It would have been nice to put all these Rancors on a Hopeful Eidolon, but, you know. Smell that pizza. It wasn't you? And it was an anonymous gift sub. Wow. Propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. Go, go. Hey, I see that there. There's their lead the Stampede. Thank you, anonymous user. Lands are unnecessary with so much violence. Yeah, why would we need a land? We're attacking. So our opponent makes some hits. They are going to get Plated Sliver down here to make a couple 2/3s. Even getting in once with Hopeful Eidolon attached to this Quirion Ranger would be awesome. But I think we're only up to 3 mana at most here. See if our opponent attacks. They're only at 10 themselves. No attacks. All right, well, when you've got Slivers on the back foot, you got to be feeling kind of okay. Of course, Skyfisher. That's interesting. So play a land. How much mana can we make here? So we can tap this to make white. Tap. Neither of these have first strike. So I think serving with Quirion Ranger is pretty safe here, and I think that is what I'm going to do. And worst case scenario, we get to Rancor up this Hopeful Eidolon. So I'm going to attack like this. See if our opponent's finally going to block. They are. All right. Taking 2 down to 8. What's up, Ballsmark? I did put 14 more lands in the deck this week. Oh, more than 14. Not very many more, but I did put more lands in this deck. All right, so now we're going to tap this, make white mana. And I actually think I want to play Skyfisher here. I'll probably play Skyfisher and pick up Caretaker. Yeah. And I already made my land drop, but I think I will Rancor up the Skyfisher here. Because it does give us a route to victory as soon as next turn. So we're not far off here, gang. Elf def count 1. They are surprisingly non-white. I know. All right, opponent plays a couple more lords. They are attacking for a lot, so they're giving us a 1-turn window as well. I'm trying to find a way that I can get this Hopeful Eidolon down next turn, but I think I only have 3 mana at most, so I would have to hit an untapped land here to Hopeful Eidolon up the Skyfisher. Blossoming Sands. Well, that is nice. So I can go 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Yeah, I'll have 3 mana at most here. So I think the plan is just to Rancor up Skyfisher. Opponent might have a Vines of Vastwood here to fizzle this, but we've got him on 2 attacks anyway. Yeah, they might Vines here. And, like, that's fine. Unless it's going to get them the win next turn, which I doubt it will. So our opponent played out their 2 Lords last turn. Rancor, man. Heck of a Magic card. And how you doing, Efrate? Alright, they let that go. So we'll play Blossoming Sands up to 11. Go to combat, swing with Skyfisher. We can make 1 mana here to cast our Caretaker. Oh, I know. I wish Tibalt was common. That would have been so sweet. Nah, Vines can get all of them. Vines is a crazy good card. Like, I feel like I underrate Vines of the Vastwood all the time. Alright, so tap Queer Ranger this way. Play a Caretaker, and we did already make our land drop this turn, but if we have to untap a creature to make sure our opponent doesn't get in for lethal, then we should be alright. Okay, pass the turn. What's up, Pauper? How you doing? It goes up to 11. So our opponent played out all the cards that they hit off of their lead to Stampede. They're going to Adventurous Impulse. I think we will untap a creature and block 2 this turn, because I don't know how we lose here, especially where we can make... we can't make enough mana to get this down on Skyfisher next turn if we block. But we'll see it. Impulse won't give them the pump spells they're looking for, so we got that going for us. And our opponent only has 1 green mana, so we don't have to worry about Vines or anything. But I want to be safe here. Right, yeah, it's so far and away more powerful than Giant Growth. Like, it's like shocking how good it is. Yeah, I was gonna say, if opponent doesn't attack with everything here, that'd be pretty weird. So I'll untap this just in case the butt matters. I don't know that it will, but just in case it matters. The extra 3 damage might not. Like, they could feasibly get 3 extra damage in with a single untapped Blossoming Sands, or any number of their white spells here, but I'm trying to think of how I could lose from here. I guess, like, a Journey on the Skyfisher is still really bad. Nope, we got him. Sweet. All right, sweet. I love starting it off with a win. Let's go. Okay, so what do we want to bring in? We definitely want our Cop Greens. Veteran Armor isn't going to do anything. I don't know if Judge is worth it. So Cop Greens are going to come in over probably the Judge of Currents and maybe a Hopeful Eidolon. Although Judge could be quite good, potentially. It's just a little slow. So I think we're going to take out maybe one... Actually, 1 Jade Guardian's probably fine, because Jade Guardian doesn't have evasion. So we're going to take out 1 Jade Guardian and... Schoolmaster's great here. And maybe 1 Judge. We're probably just not going to see it. I think Eidolon could be fine. 5 color. Man, you guys have been busy over there while I was trying to get that win. The -5/-5 is sweet. Although black does have all the good... Like, Ren Flesh is what came to mind for me. Like, we already have Ren Flesh and people... I think it's because it costs 3. Like, it's hard to get stuff in that costs 3. But it can kill the stuff that you need exiled, which is important. Yeah, I don't think... And they have Unmake. That's true. I never even thought about Unmake. That's the argument right there. So I think this is how we're going to sideboard. We took out one Jade Guardian, and we took out the Judge of Currents because we're not very likely to find it. I don't think this would gain us that much life in the run of the game, so we're going to go like this. The chump blockers from Stony Brook Schoolmaster should be good enough. Hopefully. This isn't a bad start. It's got a lead. It's a slow start, for sure. And I think we're going to go turn 1 Blossoming Sands, as much as I don't want to. Although turn 1 Forest into Caretaker, we could just hit untap White Source. But then we still only have 1 creature down in turn 2. So I think we're going to keep. And it's a little bit of a slow start. We have a Journey to Nowhere for the first couple of Lords. Opponent mulliganing to 5. Opponent mulliganing to 4. Wow. Well, I can think of some 4-card Slivers hands that can kill us. But an 0-3 should be a decent body against that. So we'll play Blossoming Sands and pass. And next turn we're going to play a couple creatures. And we can Skyfisher to reset our Thraben Inspector. And we should have lots of mana to be drawing those cards to help us catch up. Yeah, there are definitely 4-card Slivers hands that can wreck us. And also ones that suck. You're right. Ooh, there's Cop Green. All right, well, I don't think we want to play that until we're going to get some meaningful activations out of it. I think we want to develop the board for now. So let's Thraben Inspector. And getting it down now would give them some information. It might dictate how they play in the next couple of turns. Play Caretaker. And there's an argument for just picking up a land next turn and playing 2 Skyfishers and just getting the beats started. Because if our opponent can't play any Slivers and we have this Journey to slow them down anyway, then we could just win on the attack. So there's Virulent Sliver. It doesn't matter much. We've got a blocker for it. We also have Cop Green. So I think we're just going to try to go quickly here. We don't want to attack with anything because we need the land. How much mana do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4 potential mana. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to play the 2 Skyfishers here. And do it that way. So Skyfisher. We'll pick up a land. Replay land. And I think I'd rather block with a Thraben. Well, I'm going to pick up Thraben Inspector, so we'll do it like this. Skyfisher, pick up Thraben Inspector. And pass the turn. See if they've got a good follow-up here. It definitely doesn't indicate the strongest hand. That's right, Teferis. See if they attack. They might have a pump spell here. I think I would just not block. We find another Thraben Inspector. Okay, so go to combat, swing at the Skyfishers. For 4. And play Thraben Inspector. And tap for white. Play Thraben Inspector. We'll be able to crack one of our clues to draw a card this turn too, which is nice. Play a land and say go. Yeah, so Cop Green is pretty much just for the Slivers matchup. Like almost 100% for the Slivers matchup. And next turn, we're going to be serving with our Thraben Inspectors for sure. We draw a Lone Dryad. Okay. There's another 3 baby. All right, so go to combat. Swing with the Inspectors and the Skyfishers. We are Ethereon. We are. Opponent a little bit unlucky. They mulligan pretty deep there. They're going to chump a Thraben Inspector. They are not happy. That or they're going to use a pump spell here, which is kind of interesting. Vines. You got it. Kicked Vines. Taking 5. So we'll play out another Inspector. Play Loam Dryad. And I think we're just going to crack a clue here. There's no reason to Stampede because we don't have that much mana until next turn. And we haven't hit our land drop, so we might as well go for the clue now. What's up, Mr. Big Stuff? How you doing? And there's another Journey, so that should pretty much do it. Hopefully. We'll see. There's definitely ways they can win this. If they go like Muscle Sliver, like Reach Spell. But we should have answers for that. I think the fact that it exiles could be relevant, especially like where Tron is big enough, and those really slow teachings decks do have trouble with Tron. But somebody brought up a really good point that they have Unmake already. They have access to that. Granted, it is a lot easier on the mana base than Unmake, but they do still have access to that. There's a Rancor. Okay, so let's Rancor up a Skyfisher. I think we might as well get in the extra damage here, because if they only commit one more creature to the battlefield, that means we got lethal on board next turn. So go like this. And they scoop the match. Woo! We did it! Nice! All right, match 2. We're on the play. And a slow start, but a start nonetheless. We're going to get a bunch of stuff down. Toucan Sam SSV. Thank you for the subs lately, guys. You have been phenomenal. Thank you all so much for the subs. I really appreciate that. All right, we're going to keep this. It's an explosive start, and we got a Jade Guardian here. So we're going to see if our opponent likes Jade Guardian with a Rancor on it. We'll go Forest, play Saruli Caretaker, and then next turn is going to be Quirion Ranger, Saruli Caretaker, and we can Rancor up a Quirion Ranger if that's what we want to do. I always win. You got to win so much. No way! Who are these Anons? Thank you, anonymous sub giver. Gosh. Yeah, me too. We've got kind of a Pauper meta started up too. I really like it. Well, if this is Burn, then a big Jade Guardian could be the clock we need. But I feel like Burn is super fast. If it's red deck wins, an 0-3 is great. Okay, it's Burn. Well, thank God we have kind of an explosive start here. I know that's not the kind of thing you should be saying. Okay, so we're gonna run out Quirion Ranger. Tap Quirion Ranger for green. Untap Saruli Caretaker, picking up a Forest, replay the Forest, play Loam Dryad, and tap Loam Dryad for green, play Caretaker, and then I think we Rancor up the Quirion Ranger. What do you guys think? Yeah, Rancor up the Quirion Ranger. Pass the turn. I know, eh? We played out our whole hand. Unfortunately, part of our whole hand was 2 defenders, but it is what it is. So here comes Riftbolt. Yeah, thank you very much, Anon. So we have a little local Pauper scene going too, and I love it. Like, I unfortunately haven't been able to attend as much as I'd like to, but I'm super proud that it's like a thing. I think people playing Pauper is great. Oh, let's hope they don't have Searing Blaze here. Pauper, totally fair and balanced format. It's turn 2 for Burn, and we're only at 17, so that's not fine. I mean, that is fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. All right, let's see what 2 red mana means. Very likely a Searing Blaze. Yep, we get Rancor back. Quirion Ranger goes away. That kind of sucks. A little bit of a waste of a turn, and we're down to only 3 mana now. Granted, we do get to do this. So go Rancor, and tap for green, Rancor. A little ways off this Tranquil Guardian, but we're attacking with our Gurmag Angler-sized Loam Dryad here. Cheaper decks and invite some friends along. That's awesome. Well, I really hope it works out for you. I'd love to hear that Pauper is growing in any capacity. Seriously. Gurmag Dryad, yeah. They're tree folk. They can grow into all kinds of shapes and sizes. Maybe Gurmag Angler managed to like get a tooth into this one and grew it into its own kind of zombie fish tree person thing. Lava Runner. All right, that's going to get in. And is definitely going to incentivize me to leave a blocker back next turn. Yup. So we're down to 12. They have 5 cards in hand. I don't like that. That's for sure. We should probably expect a Needle Drop here. The new Recursion Aura is really cool, but we, like, I don't know. We have stuff that's similar to that. I'd really like to see what it can do. I haven't thought about that one very much. There's been a lot of exciting stuff spoiled so far. All right, so we'll play a Blossoming Sands. This is going to be a little bit of an anemic turn. Go to combat, attack with Loam Dryad. What would be really cool is if we could hit one of our Eidolons here. But we kind of dumped our hand, and we're just hoping. We'll see who the better dump your hand deck is. Opponent's at 10. Yeah, it not being sanctioned or not being available for Planeswalker points is definitely keeping some people down. 2 bone splitters. Yeah, a fairy with 2 axes, but like flitting around and like cutting. I almost said it's like Achilles, but like how would you cut a Gurmag Angler's Achilles tendon? It doesn't really. It's not a thing, is it? All right, so it's pretty much going to be Hopeful Eidolon or Bust here. Hopefully Bust is not what happens. And we could just be dead this turn. They have 2 untapped red mana and a possible Fire Blast in hand, and it is Burn. Oh, that's super good, man. That's awesome. Do you guys find in your paper metas that there's more Mistmoon Griffin? Yup. I love Mistmoon Griffin. That was a lot of needle drops. And we're at 8. That's 2 lightning bolts from death. Yeah, like a Delve Reanimator deck. And delving to pick what Griffin would grab. That's a really cool synergy I never thought of. All right, let's see if our opponent has the other bolts. We weren't quite fast enough. If Quirion Ranger might have survived, maybe we could have got him, but it looks like they've got the last bolt here now. Man, is that a turn 4 kill? Turn 4 kill from Burn? I think it is. Yeah, turn 4 Burn kill. Nothing like it. Rift Bolt. God. I feel like this is the equivalent of playing with your food. Our opponent probably has a Fire Blast in hand. Well, we need Hopeful Eidolon off the top. Tranquil Thicket. That won't do it. And Hopeful Eidolon doesn't do it now either, I don't think. Neither does Rancor. So I think we're just dead. Unfortunately, we can attack for 7, but that's not enough. This isn't a Merfolk to get a counter off Jade Guardian, so we'll scoop. I guess our opponent could mess up, but that's a little mean. All right, so Hopeful Eidolon comes in, and Judge of Currents come in. We are going to take out... What are we going to take out? Stony Brook Schoolmaster probably doesn't matter a lot. I like 1 Jade Guardian, but I don't want as many as I have right now. And we can probably stand to take out like 1 Journey, maybe? I like the Journey. Maybe lead this. No, lead the Stampede digs us into our sideboard cards. Although it is a little slow, so I'm going to take out 1 lead. And we'll go like that. Really? You can see spicy AMP decks getting played? Mostly Boros Monarch, blue-black 1-drops, and Burn at the moment. That sucks. There's more Tron and Flicker decks in general in paper. Man. God, you really got to have the emotional stamina to get through one of those paper Pauper nights, eh? They won't ban him. Yeah, I think we did talk about that. Him to Turok is just... It is so degenerate. Like, so degenerate. This is a weird one for sideboard, guys. So, generally, I wouldn't want to take Lead the Stampede out, but I feel like it just loses to Burn on that axis where you've got to play fast and you got to hit them hard. Okay, so we have a Judge, we have a Hopeful Eidolon, we got a Journey for one of their accelerators. I think this is actually kind of okay. We've got we have all of our life gain. We don't have many Judge synergies. We have a Ceruli Caretaker to tap it, which is sweet. So I think I am going to keep this. There's some life gain. And Quirion Ranger to hopefully untap our Judge occasionally. Oh, do not. Him. Oh, God, no. It's pretty good. Who would have guessed? All right, play Blossoming Sands and pass. There could have been an argument for just Hopeful Eidoloning there. But I think we're going to go Ceruli Caretaker, Hopeful Eidolon next turn, probably. We might just play a Judge of Currents. And Lava Runner, okay. No big deal. Well, we definitely want Caretaker down now. All right, so play a land and go Caretaker. And Eidolon plus Rancor is pretty all right. So I'm definitely going to want to do that. Hopeful Eidolon. And pass the turn. Selesnya Merfolk is greater than Mono White Elves. Send tweet. People do play Thermo Alchemist and Firebrand Archer. I guess we just haven't seen a lot of it. We'll see if our opponent kills Hopeful Eidolon here. I imagine they will. It's pretty okay. And then we get to go Judge. No, they're just going to play Alchemist. All right. Well, we have the Journey for that, and unfortunately, we're going to have to spend our turn doing that. Actually, no, we can still... Can we go Quirion Ranger? No. We can go Quirion Ranger Journey, but then we don't get to pump up our hope. Oh, now we do. Okay. So... Play a land. Journey the Alchemist. And I think we play Judge of Currents here. Maybe not. I think we play Query Ranger. And then Rancor up the Hopeful Eidolon. We don't really have a way to make it any bigger, so I think just the gain 3 kill Lava Runner here is probably good. Some people do play Keldon Marauders. So Keldon Marauders is one of Burn's kind of like flex slots, but you do see it. It does happen. And yeah, Archer can be worse. Disfigure was also really popular for a long time. Like some people started bringing them back in because of how much less we're seeing Disfigure in the main board now, or just decks that run Disfigure. But I think that was it. Like the format was dominated by like ninja decks, so everybody was just. When you get a 2-for-1 like this, lead the Stampede seems less important. It kind of does, right? All right, Riftbolt goes into exile. You got it. Our opponent might try to fizzle our Rancor here, but I'd almost rather have Judge. All right, so play Judge of Currents. We're at 24 here. And tap the Judge. They might be able to fizzle our Rancor, which will definitely be an issue. But we'll have a Judge on board, so that's kind of nice. Rancor up the Query Ranger. Query Ranger would be great if it could survive here, but I think we'll see a removal spell come down. You've seen them in sideboards? That's kind of neat. So go to combat, swing with Query Ranger. I don't know. Maybe decks that have a lot of edicts, like something that you're trying to use it to protect your Thermal Alchemists and stuff. I'm not 100% sure. I ain't judging Pauper. No judges here. And opponent's going to Riftbolt us down to 22. You got it. See if we can find a Searing Blaze for our Judge of Currents. Needle drops us. Yep. That is spicy to 2-0. Feel free to share a list if you want. I'm sure people would love to see it. And a single red mana in a burn deck could mean pretty much anything. Lightning bolts us. Yep. And our turn. Hopefully we draw some gas here. There isn't very many lands in this deck. Blossoming Sands. Okay. Go to combat. It does gain life, so our deck must at least know that we're playing burn. And in a couple of turns, we will win. So we got that going for us. And I'm going to do a little trick here. So play Blossoming Sands. We are going to return the forest, the only forest we have access to. Untap the Judge. The deck it's been sweet. We did take out Slivers. Our opponent was a little unfortunate, but we did take them out nonetheless. Opponent plays a land. 3 mana means Hardcast Riftbolt? No. They might not. And they haven't seen any other merfolk yet. So to their credit, it just looks like I'm a really bad deck builder. We get down Curse. Gonna undo a little bit of Judge damage. So we'll tap the Judge. Gain a life. And we draw. Hopeful Eidolon. That's sweet. All right, well, we might as well try to get it down. So play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bestow the Hopeful Eidolon to Query Ranger. We're going to do this pre-combat so that if they do kill it... Oh, no, we should be good now. All right, so get in, gain 5. Why green? I think so. I don't know. There are times and ways that I've seen Zuberas look a heck of a lot better than turn 2.5. This is a Merfolk Query Ranger equipped up with a Hopeful Eidolon nonsense links, just the kind you like. If Query Ranger gets killed now, we have all these enchantments to keep gaining a ton of life. Thermal Alchemist doesn't super matter here. Man, I'm feeling like I got a spicy one. Well, we should have Merfolk tokens. I know that sounds silly, but I'd like to have some Merfolk tokens. Yeah, 25 life, we should have it, I think. No, Priest would be cool in this deck, though. We don't have a lot of targeting. I guess we do have the auras. I didn't even really think of that line. Journey. Well, that's just kind of nice. Our opponent cannot be happy at all right now. We have 25 life. We're about to gain a jillion more. They scoop. Yep. All right, so we're on the draw. Being on the draw against Burn is just bad news, Bears. I think we're right to not have the 4 drops. I was missing Lead the Stampede pretty bad there. I don't know what I can take out. Rancor was obviously fantastic. I think 1 Caretaker. I know it's possibly Pauper Playable, Cerulean Caretaker, but... And then again, it might be harder for us to get up 3 mana without all our mana dorks. On the draw, we might be able to cut a land. Probably cut like a Tranquil Thicket. Oh yeah, bring in the Cop Green. Yeah, we're doing it, guys. 3-1. A bit better than Jade Guardian? Yeah. They can't target this with removal, but like all our dirtily creatures can get there anyway. That sounds good. Everybody telling me to bring in Cop Green. This is why I don't listen to you guys. Well, we got the Wombo combo. Plus we got Skyfisher Visionary. Extra mana. This is a good hand. I thought about bringing the other Acolyte in. We're going to keep... This is a good hand. It's not super fast, so if they do the thing that Burn does, then we're dead. But, yeah, this is a cool hand. I like it. Riftbolt? Riftbolts. You got it. So we'll go turn 1 Loam Dryad. Even the 1/1 Lifelinker is probably okay here. Getting on a core Skyfisher is the dream, but I wonder if I just play it. Oh no, we have Quirion Ranger, so next turn can be pretty nuts. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to kill Judge this time or not. I wonder, guys, do we play with Hopeful Idol on here? We have a lot of time. Where is the Mana Tithe? Pauper is shouting. We're not that weak to Electrickery. I know this hand looks pretty dang weak to Electrickery, but... Loam Dryad does make for a way better turn next turn, so I am going to Loam Dryad. Yeah, I agree with you guys. And next turn, we're just going to dump. I am livid. Yeah, I agree with the Bestow plan. I think that's where we are now. So next turn's going to be probably Judge and Skyfisher. Or what can we do here? We can go Quirion Ranger. Play a Plains. Oh, the Searing Blaze, the Loam Dryad. Opponent respecting the Loam Dryad. I like it. All right, so we are pretty constricted on mana now. And we are low on life. So this is kind of tough. I think we want to play... This is kind of hard. I think we could go Quirion Ranger, Hopeful Eidolon. That does start a clock going. And then next turn we can play Judge of Currents. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that there. I don't know what Visionary could draw us into Ethereon. I kind of like the idea of Visionary, but... Yeah, hitting a land would be nice. Quirion Ranger will help us make our land drop next turn, though. Journey my opponent. Yeah, I like it. Huh. I think we go Quirion Ranger Eidolon. And then I do want to bestow it real bad, though. But that bridge is kind of... That bridge has been crossed. I almost said that bridge is sailed. If your bridge is sailing, you might not be in a very good position. Oh yeah, second Searing Blaze incoming. We might just be dead. These decks do crazy things. 2 mana. Keld Marauders. Okay. I don't know if I want to journey that or not, but I think I have to journey that. Which kind of sucks. It lets us get in for 2 damage. But then we can't cast any other spells this turn. We could go Skyfisher, Thraben Inspector, chump with Thraben Inspector. Then it goes away. Yeah. Yeah, I like that better. So let's go Skyfisher. We're at 13 though, guys. We're at 13. This is not a great place to be. And we don't have the judge down yet. All right. And pass the turn. I definitely like Skyfisher better here because it gets the clock started. Then again, we won't have the extra card to draw. All right, let's see what our opponent's got. I like the Save the Journey there, guys. I think Save the Journey was a hot call there. Now we just need Rancor off the top. Rancor up this Hopeful Eidolon and just like win this friggin' game. Opponent gets in. Yep. So now we want to be cognizant of Lava Runners as well. That's definitely something we have to be worried about. We should probably leave a blocker back, but I guess Quarian Ranger kind of helps with that plan. Let's see what this is. Alchemist. Okay, so pretty glad we got that journey in hand. All right, our turn. We draw another journey. Okay, so Journey the Alchemist. Man, I would love a mana dork here. Combat, swing for 4, gain a life. And next turn it's going to be a toss-up for sure between Judge and Visionary. Where they don't have any creatures on board and they didn't play a Lava Runner there, I kind of do want Judge. We're going to take 1. Judge is guaranteed life gain, whereas Visionary is the possibility of drawing into a Rancor. But yeah, it's tough. Opponent goes Mountain. We are at 13 here. 2 mana. Mana Rock? Excuse me, Lankenzie. I do not mean to... Ooh, they're going to take out the Hopeful Eidolon. Okay, we go to 10. And Lava Runner, okay. Opponent goes attacking. Yep. So we will untap Core Skyfisher. Speaks to how well the deck is constructed. I know, right? Opponent didn't like that. Okay, so we'll go to blocks. Block the Lava Runner. Should have untapped the... Untap what? I don't even know. I guess we could have played it last turn. Good call. All right, so we can play a forest. And I think we want to play Judge of Currents here. Just to start gaining a little bit more life every turn, because we're not safe at all. Oh, during my turn. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I think Judge is the way to go. So let's play Judge of Currents. Go to combat. Swing in with both. We can do the same trick next turn if their play is another Lava Runner. Worst case scenario, it eats a bolt. Although I don't know if it will. 2 mana. Another Accelerator. Lightning Bolt, Fire Blast. Yeah, I feel like I anticipated the Searing Blaze is going to hit Skyfisher just so that like it buys them more turns almost to like find the answer. All right, they 3-us down to 7. Lightning Bolt, Fire Blast does it. Lava Spike, oh my god. Burn, why do you always have it? Okay, they don't have it. Thank God. Another journey doesn't feel super helpful here. All right, go to combat. Swing with everything, gain a life. Burn does always have it. And I think I'm going to Visionary here. They go to 9. I guess Loam Dryad Crack a Clue isn't the worst. Maybe that's what I want to do. Okay, Loam Dryad. Untap. Skyfisher. Replay the land. And maybe I just play Visionary, actually. Yeah, play Visionary. That ups the clock, too. We find a Caretaker. No, it's not really doing the trick, but we're at 5. 2 burn spells kills us. Double Searing Blaze was unfortunate. I wonder what they have in hand. It might have been another 2-mana spell. We could just be dead here, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage on board next turn. We can gain a couple life, though. 60% of the time, Burn has it every time. All right, opponent's just passing. I'm into that. Maybe they're going to kill us instant speed with our life gain on the stack. Okay. Go to combat, swing with everything. We need 1 turn. Gain a life. Burn's got no problem killing you from 7, though. All right, so tap this, untap Judge, bounce this, replay this. Play, maybe we cycle this. Yeah. Schoolmaster. Oh, that's interesting. Can't play it right now, unfortunately. Play Caretaker. And I guess we just pass. How much do you have to give me to play it? I don't know, guys. We're at 6 life, potentially 7. I don't know. I don't know who is in the water. I'd love to believe in it if I could. Believe in you who believes in me. All right, so we're going to untap Loam Dryad and gain this life real quick. Hopefully. Unless our opponent has, like, the kill on the stack. Tap, add some mana, gain some life. Judge goes away. Although it would have been nice to keep our friend the Judge. And red mana, Needle Drop. An opportunity for them to find fire, but Fire Blast doesn't kill us here. Neither does land Burn Spell. We got him! Sweet! 2-0! Let's go! Alright, match 3. Bad old hand. Real bad hand. Although it is kind of explosive. We can go turn 1 Loam Dryad. Turn 2 Loam Dryad Thraben Inspector. Actually, it's not that bad. Oh no, we have to do all that in turn 2. We're mulliganing. Okay, alright. Similarly kind of explosive start, but not really. We're going to keep this. Forest Query and Ranger means a lot. Oh, they're live right now? Oh god. Alright. No ghosting. This is a no ghosting endeavor. We definitely want lands. We're going to bottom Thraben Inspector. Should have put Savannas in. I know, right? All right, opponent's on turn 1, snow covered. We'll see if they want to daze our Caretaker. Didn't I just bottom this? Lose to Spellstutter Sprite deck, unfortunately. Yeah, you're right, though. Definitely this hand. Green and decided to do 1 green, but lack of trample. There's Augur. That's going to be an issue. Augur finds nothing. Bolt. Typical Augur. We find Rancor. That does help us attack through Augur someday. All right, so go Query Ranger. Hey, thank you very much for the follow. Yoram the Boris? Yoram the Treboris. Treboris Aurealis. All right, so can we get up to 2 mana here? We can't, right? Oh, we can, yeah. All right, so we're going to play Visionary. So tap like this. Untap this. Bounce a land. Replay this. Play Visionary. Draw a card. Blue-red Delver in this climate? We find a land that we can't use. Although next turn, that does mean we might be able to get down Stony Brook Schoolmaster, and I think going wide might be okay if we can force it through. So I think right now, what we want to do is Rancor up the Visionary and see if we can't force some action next turn to get them to tap a little low while we're building up. This is clearly creature-based pieces of the puzzle. Yeah, opponent only plays janky pieces of the puzzle lists, obviously. Ooh, Skred. Gross. What are these real cards? I don't appreciate your enthusiasm, opponent. Pretty sure that's illegal. Yeah. I tend to agree. They're going to bolt the Quirion Ranger. Okay. You got it. So Skred's going to find its way into our Stony Brook Schoolmaster's face here, I believe. But I don't really know how we can force their hand otherwise. So let's get in with Visionary. I think maybe we can play out a couple of Eidolons. And maybe force their hand that way. Like put a Rancor on an Eidolon. They chump. We get back Rancor. It kind of does seem cool. Like, I love stuff that does that. The last one wasn't strong enough because it, the last one wasn't really strong enough because it put it back in your hand. But this one puts it right back on the battlefield, which is super cool. Skred Red with Delver. Playing Skred with Snowlands is next level. Yeah, obviously. Opponent knows what they're doing out here. Scary stuff. Okay, play. I don't think the second Eidolon really matters, but we can Rancor it up again. So cast another Eidolon. And Rancor up this Eidolon. Pass the turn. So we'll see how their hand shapes up. Our card advantage engine is not online at all. They're going to gush. Okay. 2 blue mana. So they're going down Spellstutter Sprite next turn. There's Delver. They got it all this time, guys. Means we're going to resolve our spell next turn. Ooh. All right, I think we lead on that because if we attack, they could use their... Let's lead. What? Oh, daggers. That sucked. All right, play Blossoming Sands. And I think we are going to attack. Oh, that was our first lead of the night, and it sucked. Oof, ouch, owie. We are going to attack with Hopeful Eidolon. It'll gain us some life. I'm guessing they thought we were going to recast Rancor, and they were going to get to Spellstutter it there. Yeah, to blue-red defeat. That's a clip. Yeah, deck. They're just going to Skred it. They don't want to get rid of Augur. They're going to find a way to deal with Rancor later. Or just next turn by leaving up Spellstutter Sprite. But I think we can we can get a little tricky. We can maybe try to run out a couple of 1-drops. And then... Or we could run out Stony Brook Schoolmaster. And then ask them to answer it. I'm happy we have 2 of their answers gone now, though. Because we can get kind of out of hand with Schoolmaster. We might be okay. Deck. Dang, another answer to Stony Brook Schoolmaster. They're like built of those friggin' things. And we don't really have a way to protect it unless we Eidolon it up somehow. Found another land. That's not necessarily what we're looking for. Okay. We will play it. Rancor is a terrible idea here, so we're going to go Loam Dryad, see if our opponent wants to counter it. They could just have a removal spell here. Yeah, here comes Spellstutter. So they're going to try to use a removal spell to fizzle Rancor, which might give us a little bit more safe passage for the Stony Brook Schoolmaster. So I think that's actually... Should we do that? Should we just throw away Rancor to keep a Schoolmaster? Keep the Rancor? All right, I'm with you. So let's play Schoolmaster. And we're going to get some value out of it straight away anyway. I don't know where we want to... Like, if we put this Rancor on Hopeful Eidolon, they're just going to... Well, they can't fire it here, actually. Maybe we just trust that they don't have it. So make a Merfolk. Rancor up Hopeful Eidolon. Maybe they have a Bolt. Well, I mean, if we make enough Merfolk. They decide to take out the Schoolmaster, which is understandable. We'll attack with Eidolon. So they had another Skred. That's interesting. More Gushes. Gush, 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 gush. It's also kind of a ritual. They have at least 58 left. Skred Delver loves having the exact removal spells they need when they need them. But they've made a pretty good showing this game for not having any cantrips. These Augurs have been doing work. So we'll see. They have Fire Ice to trade with 2 of our creatures here. Not ideal. But if they do that, I guess they have to tap out of the way that they can defend themselves against another Rancor. Granted, our only other creature is a defender, so... Alright, let's see if our opponent wants to tap some mana. Or if they just want to block this Eidolon. But I feel the Fire and Ice coming on here. No, they're just going to take it. Alright, let's try to resolve a Visionary. I don't know what they're holding on to this for. Oh, is this another Spell Stutter? Oof. Yeah, that hurts. Alright. And they have at least 58 left, yeah. That's so... I keep looking down, it's like, some legitimate advice. But no. Just talking about Skred Delver's infinite removal. Jade Guardian. Hey. Okay. Attack with Hopeful Eidolon. Let's see if they have hard counter. They haven't cantripped at all. I feel like Jade Guardian could be okay here. They've also been spell stuttering pretty correctly, so there could be a hard counter coming. Dang, alright. They had it all. Sometimes Skred Delver's got it all. And they've still got fire to take care of this Eidolon when they want to. Yeah, that was pretty rough. For no preordains, no ponders or anything. That's pretty good. Thraby Baby, that's a redraw. I think we're going to attack with Hope. Well, nah. There might be reasons to want this Thraben Inspector around. Oh my god! Are you serious? Okay. Oh, for God's sakes. That was pretty wicked. Man, yep. Yeah, they just drew perfectly. That was like one of the greatest mono blue Delver draws ever right there. All right, Judge of Currents. 1 card in hand. Not going to counter. Okay. We'll pass. But I think we're just dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go to 1. Oh, they just did have it. Yeah. They had it every time. They had it all. And here comes a Gush to have even more. Going to 1 against an opponent who just played a Gush, eh? You feared the 4th Spell Stutter. Yeah. Man, and there's a cantrip too. So if they didn't have it before, they definitely have it now. Not shuffling. Attacking. Yep. Can't block and won't. So we'll gain a life. Oh, no! All right. That's game. Okay, so Scattershot's coming in. And I believe we have... What was my other little piece of tech against these guys? I guess we want the Armorers too. But I think that's probably it. So Armorers, Scattershot Archers. We're going to take out the Stony Brook Schoolmasters. Or take out the Judge of Currents. Probably 1 Stony Brook Schoolmaster. Jade Guardian, I probably want about 1 of them, or about 3 of them. And we can probably go down, do a little trimming, kind of go I like the journeys, actually. Let's keep the journeys. Let's trim. A caretaker can block ninja and Loam Dryad can't, which is kind of interesting. But Loam Dryad can attack through Augur Bolas. And keep the Jade Guardians? Yeah. So I'm going to take out one Loam Dryad, take out one caretaker. And I'd like to keep another Jade Guardian. But what do we take out? Maybe a Hopeful Eidolon? Maybe a lead? Even just a Quirion Ranger, probably. But Quirion Ranger Scattershot Archer is bananas. But we could go down to 3. I think that's okay. And we'll do it like that. We'd love to play first. All right. Well, early Jade Guardian. That's the name of the game. We'll keep. It's not a crazy hand, but it might resolve a Jade Guardian. Now the new mono always have it red. Burn was the always have it deck, but no longer. That's not a good boggle. Stop talking crap about my boggles. They're doing their best. Yeah, I guess taking some Thraben Inspectors out would be a not horrible idea. Spellstutter Spread is crazy good against this deck. Quirion Ranger would have been great. Yeah, Thraben Inspector over Quirion Ranger. Pretty blind to that one. If we get another game... Nah, they got bolts for that. Skyfisher's basically just drawing cards by picking up an Inspector. Or a Visionary. Alright, so turn 1, Caretaker. Turn 2 is probably just going to be Quirion Ranger, Thraben Inspector, Skyfisher. And the following turn we still only have 3 mana. Maybe we don't want to pick up our Forest then. I guess we'll see what we draw. But we're definitely going turn 1 Caretaker, and then if they have a way to like... Well, turn 1 Caretaker is the play. And then the question is whether we want to play the rest of our hand minus a Jade Guardian or give ourselves a better chance to play a Jade Guardian. 4. Armorer. That's interesting. I almost even like that better than Skyfisher. So we go land, Quirion Ranger, Thraben Inspector, make a clue, and tap for white, untap Caretaker, bounce a Forest, tap for green, and yeah, play Armor. Just happy we're not drawing only lands. Yeah, me too. Well, I guess we can make 2. Yeah, can we do 4 mana next turn? We can make 4 mana next turn. Okay. So next turn, as long as our opponent doesn't have double blue up, we should have a pretty okay turn. And Guardian of the Guild Pact? That's a good call, actually. Guardian of the Guild Pact is probably just way better in this deck than Jade Guardian. So that's a pretty good turn, too. We'll see what our opponent has. See if they go Brainstorm end step with an Ash Barrens on tap. And Counterspell. Yeah, we should play Counterspell in this deck. And also Gush. And Presence of God, because we're playing Midnight Guard. Probably Faithless Looting, because like everybody plays Faithless Looting. You just put Faithless Looting in everything. It is going to be Brainstorm Shuffle. Not in the same way you can do it with Jade Guardian, no. So let's see if we can at least take a game off these guys. I think Village Bellringer, like I've been trapped by that before, and it just really didn't do it for me. All right, so opponent representing the hard counter for our Jade Guardian, wisely. So we won't be able to do that next turn. I mean, we are also representing like lead the Stampede, and they know we have that, so... Ooh. Okay. Well, now they're setting up to get a Ninja down, which makes me want to just play Core Skyfisher and be done with it. We have a window. They're not shuffling. I feel like I'm kind of getting next leveled here. Man, this is so hard. Like, we have a window. We have a window. But Ninja is so good for them next turn. All right, we're going for it then. So play a land. Tap Query Ranger, add a mana. Untap Caretaker, bounce Forest. Tap 3 baby. Play Jade Guardian. Get a counter. Go to combat, swing with armor. What's up, Utvolkarin? How you doing? Well, okay, maybe they have Ninja here. They get their mountain, yep. Query Ranger is definitely a critical part of our plan, so them taking Query Ranger out here is probably a pretty big game. The Raven Inspector. So play a land. What do we want to attack with here? I think we just force it. Like, if they have Electricity and they get to kill one of our creatures, then so be it. Oh, if they can kill Armorer, though, so we won't serve with Armorer. We want that mana anyway. They'll take it. Okay. So let's play our 3-drop. And they can't counter it here. Even Daze doesn't get it. All right, so we have our Stony Brook Schoolmaster. We might as well do our untapping on their turn, just in case that matters. I mean, we don't have any flyers, but I feel like they were going to try to spell stutter either of these spells, and now we can start developing value with our Schoolmaster while they're trying to kind of disrupt our plan. They're going to Skred it right away. Okay. So we will untap Caretaker, bounce a land, make a token. Yep. So, I mean, it still made a creature and ate a removal spell. It wasn't the absolute floor that a creature can be. And no Ninja. Okay. So play a land, go to combat. We're going to make the same attack here. Attack, 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 attack. Everything but the Armorer. Because if they can kill Armorer somehow, like if they block here and then Electricity, all of our X1s die. They're just going to take it. All right. And so now I think we want to Visionary to draw out the Spell Stutter Sprite and then back it up with Core Skyfisher. Here comes Spell Stutter. Yep. So let's see if they have the hard counter. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was almost a huge mistake. We might as well untap our big flyer. Oh god, if they have another... If they have another Spell Stutter, this is so bad. Ah! Okay. I mean, we still have a hexproof creature. They're making their way into being able to kill it. But now they can block our X2s. We can block this for a while. They have Spell Stutter back in hand. We find Blossoming Sands. So play a land. Go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. We could have just sacked the clue, it's true. They're going to chump the 3-4, take 2 down to 5. They have Spell Stutter in hand, so that I think that is going to be what we do. So sack a clue, find a land, and pass. The spell starter is just gonna be there though, so unless like we want to bait it out, there's no real reason to play around it. A stronger sprite game than Coca-Cola. At least get a few decent cards out of the set. War does really look promising so far. Like, the commons that they're releasing are amazing. And they said that they're trying to push the power level of commons, which is just, like, music to my ears. I can't wait to see if that's true. If that's actually what they do. I mean, we got a good go-wide attack next turn. So we'll see how their turn plays out. They get to Brainstorm Shuffle to refill. 1 land, 4 unknowns. 4 unknowns is an awful lot of unknowns. Or 1 spell stutter. So land, spell stutter, 3 unknowns for our opponent. They're going to attack. All right, well, we will definitely block Ninja. And I think we're going to see... Are they going to kill Caretaker? Swirling Sandstorm. That is not ideal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in the graveyard. Exaxes. Well, so they have a spell stutter. That's going to counter our spell. Yep. So we need to draw a creature here. Are they going to tap out? Okay. And they find... They probably have a removal spell plus spell stutter. Scattershot Archer. Yes, sir. All right, so run out Scattershot Archer, playing around Daze, just in case that is the other card they have. And then Skyfisher will pick up a forest here. Pass the turn. All right, let's see what they found. More Augurs, yep. That can find the removal spells. God, I gotta find a new place for my lamp. I keep kicking it. Skred, that's pretty unfortunate. So Skred's gonna kill our Skyfisher. We know they've got a spell stutter in hand, but Scattershot Archer is taking care of it for now. Ah! What? No! Oh my god, okay. I mean, this just happens sometimes. Yeah, that was some unmatched savagery right there. Oh my god, Dolphin Pengu. Here comes Gush. I guess that's why you play a deck with a bunch of good cards. Killing the 5-0 Dream. Yeah, thanks, Dolphin Pengu. And here comes another Ninja. So they're pretty much going to wrap it up here. They can counter this Skyfisher. No point in playing it. Well, Skred Delver. They're good. It's a good deck, man. It's a good deck. They are keeping the jank in check by a lot. The 3-2 Dream is alive! Guys, my ticks need it. My ticks need to go positive. Hard counter in hand, and I think for the sake of brevity, we're going to say thanks for the games. GG's. Have a good stream. And we're going to say goodbye. I guess that could be construed as like ghosting or whatever, but they saw me. I was here the whole time. I definitely did not see any of that coming. All right, guys. All right. Match 4. 3-2 Dream is alive. We want it so bad. We're playing. This is an okay hand. It's not fantastic, but it does ramp into Jade Guardian. So I'm going to keep. We'll see how interactive our opponent is. 6 is the correct answer, says BC Male Dragon. Well, I'm inclined to believe that. We might as well run out Caretaker first, just in case somebody has a Disfigure for us. Is a way to counterspell before playing. Exactly. It's like pretty much as strong as counterspell. No limitations or anything. White mana for our opponent. Interesting turn 1. Ooh, is it heroic? That's not good. I mean, we do have journeys, but I don't know how happy I am that we're playing against heroic. Okay, but it's been a while. Happy to see it. Did not prepare for it, but happy to see it nonetheless. Play through Eminent Spectre. Pass the turn. So we're digging for our journeys here. No Standard Bearers in the board. I was really not banking on it. I mean, it could be White Weenie, but I would assume with Deathbleed Elite, it's gonna be... What is going on here? Okay. It doesn't have first strike, though, right? It doesn't have first strike. They can still mow our creatures down, which sucks. Yep. I mean, it's pretty much like Rancor, right? Like, if your opponent can deal with your stuff. This creature was provoked, by the way. That's why I had to block like that. I'm not just playing really badly, as like I usually would. But that isn't my MO today. All right, guys. So how many of you have played against a... How many of you have played against a Brilliant Halo deck before? Do we play Skyfishers here, or like... You know? It's weird. Well... Oh my god, so many punts. So bad, Jeff. Okay, so we will play our Tranquil Thicket. I know that's happening. And I think I do want to play Skyfisher here. We'll bounce Thravy Baby. In some ways to protect it. And pass. They're about to cut us off white mana. It'd be nice to have 4 mana next turn. To play our Jade Guardian, but we'll see. Are they just going to boggle up this Deathblade Elite? Healer's Hawk. Where am I? No more enchantments. No more enchantments for the Deathblade Elite. Benevolent Bodyguard. Okay, that's fine. Fate Seal deck? Oh, Fate Seal deck would be cool. Fate Seal deck would be super cool. We finally hit the Jank Mirror, gang. We did it. Does opponent have Mutagenic Growth in hand? That's always the question. I guess I should have the game log up just to make sure it's provoked. Oh my god. Sure. All right. We need white mana. We need a green creature. Not that green creature deck. What do we draw? We have a few planes. Journey. Getting sketchy, gang. Getting real sketchy. Do we have Muta in hand? That's what our opponent must have been asking themselves. Now, if they pump up Deathblade Elite here... There, yeah, so it is heroic. It's like heroic with Healer's Hawk. That's cool. Now, how much value do we need to get off of a... Oh, is this another Muta? Imagine. Opponent going for flawless victory. Well, we aren't doing anything at the moment, so... Oh, man. Deathblade Elite. Yeah, they provoked the Skyfisher. That'd be cool. Persistent Petitioner's Fate Seal deck? Alright. Yep. I would have kind of put this on the Deathblade Elite. Like, they pretty much have us dead to rights that way. Yep. Like, you don't actually know. I guess you have to, like, pass through... It doesn't tell you. It tells you they target it, but it doesn't tell you in here that they accepted it. Rancor is not at all what we're looking for. Like, not even close. We'll go for it, though. Yeah, we're pretty close to being just definitely dead. I mean, Jade Guardian plus Hopeful Eidolon, plus just bricks on their end. There's, like, this much of a chance. But yeah, there's no standard bearers in the board. I was not thinking about this deck. And Brilliant Halo, like, we have Gleeful Sabotage, but we can't do anything about this. I'd definitely like to have some more information about what their deck is doing. The journeys are pretty much out, and we have to play to that. Blossoming Sands, but we might not even want to show them the journeys. I think it depends. Like, yeah, just an awkward mana draw for us this game too. So not only did they pick us apart, but us losing our mana creatures, real detrimental. So we're gonna have to keep attacking. Yeah, it's okay. I didn't have the board for it. Yep. And this deck is killing you. That's right, BC Mail Dragon. They are coming in. They are coming for blood. Ugh. F. Okay, we get Rancor back. And I don't want to show them the Hexproof creature just in case they do have Celestial Flare or something. So is this going to get us out of it? Nope, it's a Caretaker. We will scoop. Like, we could Journey something, play a blocker, but I think there's just no point, right? Like, we're just dead. Yeah. All right. So, Gleeful Sabotage. I don't, like... Do you guys think Sabotage is worth it? Cop Green, your time to shine. Do you guys think that, like, all this enchantment hate is worth it? I don't really know about that. Is the enchantment hate a trap? Because bringing in this many non-creature spells is sketchy business. It would stop the start that they just had, but we didn't see any other enchantments. We just saw creatures. I guess we don't really know what their deck is doing, so that makes it a lot harder. Yeah, it kind of does, right? And we know they're on the spice, so we don't know what other stuff that might be. They did have a lot of non-heroic creatures. We don't have any more spot removal. I think I'll bring in Serene Heart. I think Serene Heart has enough upside that I can cut, like, Judge for it. But I think that's it. Let's do that. Well, another really sketchy start in the face of possible provoke creatures, but we're going to keep it. Hopefully they don't have a buffed up Deathblade Elite, you know what I'm saying, gang? And we can journey it, I guess, pretty early on, so we'll go... yeah, let's go Caretaker first. We know they don't have Disfigure, but... Get it? But. Ah, shucks. All right, so let's go land. We know they're just going to pick us apart, so we'll go Lone Dryad. And Journey the boy. We have the answer, but they can't have another one, really. And they have to be, like, slow, like, very slow on creatures otherwise. We gotta get some Jade Guardians down and just start beating. Granted, they have O4s and stuff, so Jade Guardian might not even be that good. There's Benevolent Bodyguard, yep. Doesn't really matter here. And Cycle Secluded Step, so looking for another heroic creature. Alright, so play Thuraby Baby. And we'll crack the clue now, see if we can make a land drop. And then we're just going to play 3/3 hexproof creatures for the rest of the game. Our mana's still being super non-cooperative. I'm not sure. So if I was going to make other kinds of videos, what would you guys be interested in seeing? Is really like what I'm thinking, you know? Like, I have my two main series, and I've been thinking about doing like Instagram or Facebook content, like even faster deck techs than what you guys are used to. But do you guys think that's like really, is that something you guys really want to see, I guess is what I'm asking. Like, are you guys interested in that? And play Jade Guardian, put a counter on Jade Guardian. Who's the deck with all the counters now? Boom. Well, that's great for you, like Kenzie. So you'll follow whatever? That's awesome, Pauper or Bust. Thank you. Yeah, so that's kind of like, that's where my head's at right now. I just really don't know what we're looking for, you know? See if our opponent's going to Muta here. I think they are. It's one less mutagenic growth that can potentially kill a Jade Guardian. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that Muta, but I guess they know what they're doing. All right, guys. Ease up. I'll let Kenzie get away with it because he's an edgelord. And that's what he lives on. All right, Deathblade Elite is going to make this kind of complicated. We haven't seen any auras or anything yet. Seeing the brewing process, I could see why there'd be some value in that. So we'll play Thuraby Baby. Basically because we have the mana too. And tap Thuraby Baby. Make 4. Jade Guardian. We're going to pump up this Jade Guardian just in case this Deathblade Elite has any fancy ideas. Go to combat. Swing with both. This is also like a fog creature, which is kind of annoying. Like they can just get, this is like an infinite blocker if they leave the mana up. You'd like to see the brewing process? Okay. Maybe a repeat of my top 5 lists? That'd be cool too. I like more stuff just because I enjoy being here. That's really nice to say, Fallen King. Thank you. Yeah. A repeat of a top 5 could be cool. I've thought about that too. The behind the scenes is definitely something that's on my mind. Cool. Thanks, guys. I do appreciate the advice. All right, well, our opponent's on a bunch of X1s. So I think we're going to make a big attack here. But first, we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Jade Guardian. Like, I'm a little worried about what this Deathblade Elite can do, but I think I want a better attack with this Jade Guardian this turn. I guess this puts it at a Brilliant Halo plus mutagenic range, so I'm actually going to put it here. Go to combat. Like a tore through my house. So, well, I was thinking about that too, right? Like a lot of people, that's how they get extra value, right? They put up content that has to do with their lives, you know, and things like that. But that never really took off all that well. Opponent's just going to take it down to a pretty low life total. Maybe they have some life gain coming. And we're going to go ahead and cycle Tranquil Ticket, see if we can get a land drop. We did. Okay. Play land, pass turn. Yeah, thanks, Efrate. That's sweet. I'm glad you like the music, and I'm glad you like being on Discord. Ooh, that is a big beater. Okay. No, actually, it's kind of not. I guess they can now block a 4/4, and now they can kill something with this, but they have to tap them to do that, and they're at 4. I was going to do that for April Fools, actually. Like, play music live and be like, this is my... we're now a music stream. But I figured you guys wouldn't be super into that. All right, crack a clue, and then we got to do some math. Core Skyfisher. So if we attack with everything, they go block, block, block. They take 1, 2. Down to 2. And unless they have mutagenic growth in hand, that still goes kind of okay for us. So I think we do just get in with everything. Put them to 2. Actually, they can't mutagenic growth now. And then we can Skyfisher back a Thraben Inspector. Yep. So we get to keep our 5/5. They eat the other 2. Blockers are for mathers. So we lose 2 creatures in this, but we are going to commit another one. Benevolent Bodyguard goes away. Yep. Going to give it pro white in the meantime. Pro green. Okay. Pauper Jam Sessions. First up is Mono Blue Blues, followed by Skred Ska. You guys like Ska? Heard it's kind of like taboo to like Ska. Is that a weird thing to say? Are you guys into Ska? It's like I'm trying to pick you up or something. Yeah, I like Ska too. I don't listen to it a lot anymore, but I'd like to. So we dump our hand. Opponent's at 2. We've got an evasive threat. They do have a Crow and Skyguard to get in the way of it. It defines who you are as a person. You'll never turn your back on it. Do you ever two-step? Clearly Canadian. Is that like a... is that a genre of life? Is that a lifestyle? So I feel some of the the harder stuff is more accessible. Hey, we got a game, guys. We did it. All right, seeing Ethereal Armor, I think we can at least justify a couple of Gleeful Sabotages. Along with our Serene Heart. So I think we actually have to take a Rancor out here and probably a Thraben Inspector. And we'll do it like that. Have to be able to two-step where I'm from. Cantrip Canadian getting in the dance music or the dance moves. I don't know, like for me, I guess I've hung out in some weird circles, but ska music can be polarizing. Mount Mentat, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Ska will never die. They are deep on the ska plan. All right, well, we can get a Sconybrook Schoolmaster down, and we have a Gleeful Sabotage to answer some stuff. So hopefully, like before, they don't have the old Deathblade Elite Abyss plan. And nope, just Healer's Hawk. So that's good news for us. We'll start with Ceruli Caretaker, as we often do. And pass. To dunk on. Yeah, maybe that's why. Is a delicious line of soft drinks. I don't even know if I've ever tried it. I'm from Canada. And honestly, I'm pretty patriotic. Dutch guy, a force reply. Domar? I don't even know what that one is. Like, I find for people that are into like heavier music, it's better to go with like one of the... I don't think we run out of Hopeful Eidolon, just Raw Dog here, do we? No, we can't play a 3-drop. So let's play a tap land. Play Loam Dryad. And maybe we do run out Hopeful Eidolon. It's not any better on Schoolmaster. I think we do. So let's run out Hopeful Eidolon as well. And start going wide. Nice. Argentinian ska. That's really cool. But yeah, so what they're called Streetlight Manifesto. I feel like they're a good in. And then I feel like lighter music, Real Big Fish is just like so easy on the ears. Also Less Than Jake. Pretty good. I'm probably just naming off all the like poser ska bands or whatever, but those were definitely some of my favorites when I listened to it all the time. So try those ones out and see what you think. All right, the Go Wide plan has been initiated. We have Stony Brook Schoolmaster. We have some answers for enchantments. There are drinks besides Crown Royal? I know, right? It's mind-boggling. Who would have thunk? Well, they've assembled a 2/6 over there. That's not great. Sure glad it's not evasive, though. Or vigilant, for that matter. Healer's Hawk getting in, and the 2/6. Yep, we'll take it. See, I knew. There's always going to be somebody that doesn't like ska. All right, so play a forest. Play Stony Brook Schoolmaster. Tap Soul... I almost called him Soul Master. Tap the Soul Master. Make a token. Yep. And we will Rancor up Loam Dryad. Go to combat, swing for 3. So now we got blockers for days. Although I would really like to find a Quirion Ranger to make even more tokens. But we'll see. There's an Ethereal Armor. Yep. Whenever they don't target their heroic creature, I get a little happy inside. It's called Kakaka. You don't drink them. Okay. April 1st, 2020? I'll like wear suspenders and stuff. Like that would be, yeah, that'd be pretty rad. Oof. Okay, Ethereal Armor on a Healer's Hawk. That's honestly some nonsense right there. I'm not super happy about that. All right, so we will chump 4 damage. We definitely don't want to take that much. Yep. Go to 11. Thankfully, we have the answer for the Ethereal Armor. But we do have to tap our attacker to do it. No, we don't. Sweet. All right, so play Visionary. Draw a card. Find a Gleeful Sabotage. Well, that's welcome. So we'll Sabotage with Conspire, targeting Ethereal Armor. We will tap and tap. Conspire it. Target Ethereal Armor. Distilled rum? So Screech is what I know of, and it's from Newfoundland, and it's pretty great. TBH. I don't think I want to get in with Schoolmaster here and lose it. I think I just double block. Granted, I could just kill a Healer's Hawk, which might not be bad, but I think getting in for 3 is okay. We're not out of the woods at all here yet. So I'm just going to take 3. All right. Pass the turn. I don't have like a deep knowledge of alcohol at all. I call myself more of an enthusiast. The powerful mind mage who summons the souls of his fellow merfolks. Rocky Mo? It's hard to say, man, really. You gotta get into it. You gotta take your time with it. We might have overextended a little bit here. So opponent's gonna get in for 6. We're gonna go to 5. We don't have tons of good blockers, and they have 2 evasive threats. I think Hopeful Eidolon. I don't think it's time to chump with this yet. Let's take 6 down to 5. Or down to 7. No, that's first strike damage. Down to 5. Opponent's at 22. Caretaker. Not great. Okay, so play Caretaker. We'll definitely want to blow those enchantments up. Make a merfolk. Just so we can block their ground creatures. But that still doesn't feel super good to me. Gleeful Sabotage with Conspire on this. Tap, tap. And this. We have to keep getting attacks in too. Like, it really doesn't help that they're gaining so much life every turn. And yeah, I think we got to leave Loam Dryad back. No, we have 2 blockers anyway. So worst comes to worst, we can block that way. That's okay, Wheeler RPG. We had a great first 2 matches, that's for sure. It was a lot of fun. There's a Skyguard. More flyers are not ideal. Maybe Scattershot was the play. Maybe I should have brought Scattershot in. Although their flyers are generally big enough that Scattershot doesn't do it. We're at 3. What do we draw? Rancor. Okay. So we'll Rancor up Hopeful Eidolon. Go to combat, swing with our Rancor creatures, go to 6. Although they can have turns with the Crow and Skyguard next turn where their flyers are just lethal, so like they don't even have to block here. They will. Okay, well, we're going to gain 3 anyway. Gain 3. Get a Rancor back. And I guess we'll Rancor up a Merfolk. It's like the most disposable. It dies to a bounce spell though. So we'll Rancor up Visionary. And yeah, pass turn. Make a Merfolk instant speed. Hey, what's up, Fluff? How you doing? There's lifelink on Skyguard. That's probably going to be it, guys. They can hit us for 4 in the air here. We go down to 2. And if they have Mutagenic Growth or any kind of pump spell for their Skyguard, they win. And they're at 18. Pretty cool deck, though. I kind of like the Hawks here. All those mono-white bounce spells to play around. Hey, they exist. Your country is weird. Like, most popular drink for teenagers is a drink that was popular for homeless people. Weird. What do we find off the Tranquil Thicket? Just a land. So no way we can answer them. We're dead here. We would have had to hit a Lead the Stampede into some pretty good stuff there. This is super duper slow. It's not unkeepable, but it's really, really slow. I kind of think we have to keep this on the draw and just hope. This deck doesn't mulligan super well, and Lead the Stampede can kind of get us out of this if we do eventually get to 3 mana. But we have so few lands that mulliganing looking for 2 is just not always a good idea. So we're going to keep. Skyfisher will go to the bottom. And we're going to hope to find a land. Opportunities were missed. Oh, Elves? Oh, God. Okay. Probably Elves. Although, Queer Ninja on turn 1 is kind of weird. We're about to see who the better Lead the Stampede deck is. Nice. Land here is pretty great. Although, I might just Blossoming Sands anyway. Yeah. Blossoming Sands and pass. This is where that cop green comes in, gang. Floof has been spoiled. That's right, totally lost. He is totally lost still. And it's appropriate that he would come in the 3rd set, because we're still looking for him. Haven't found him yet. There's Vanguard. Okay. So Lizalana is the thing we have to journey in this matchup. No attacks from our opponent. That's interesting. So play land, play Thraben Inspector. All right. Kareen. Have a great night. Thanks for coming by, man. And the Augur Bolus promo looks beautiful. It's true. It's absolutely gorgeous. I agree. All right, guys. So over under, double blocking this Elvish Vanguard. What do you think? Unless it becomes a 3/3 this turn, and then it just doesn't matter. But it's a lot of lands for Elves. So, I don't know. Maybe we're lucky. We're just going to go straight into lead. All right. We'll see who the better lead deck is, opponent. Isn't it promo? Yeah. It's too high profile for Flip. He likes to keep it on the down low. Voluntarily or not. That's okay, Wheeler. Oh, it's a creature type. Okay. Yeah, so it's not in the type. It's on the right side of the type line. Did I not bottom core Skyfishers? Like how? All right, so Skyfisher, we have 4 mana here. So 2 Skyfishers is actually kind of fine. We have to start attacking or we're never going to win this game. There's not a super high chance that we do win this game anyway, but... All right, so play Skyfisher. Like, we're going to have to boggle up a Skyfisher, which means we're drawing to our kind of like non-creature spells with our lead the Stampedes and stuff. Skyfisher balancing a land. That'll at least let us peck in for 4 damage a turn. And we'll pass. Terry, yes, make them real. Just put them on paper. Planeswalker. So let's see our opponent leaded. Let's see what we got coming for us this turn. Well, they found them all. They found Well-Wisher. They found Lizalana. Priest. More Vanguards. We're in trouble. All good payoffs. Well, I guess Priest doesn't really count, but... As of next turn, they have scary amounts of mana. Yep. So I think Well-Wisher will probably come down here. They can tell that we're trying to get aggressive. And even if we can journey the Well-Wisher, they're still so fast compared to what we're doing. Like, I'm debating even blocking with these Skyfishers and, like, hoping to hit a lifelink. They're not going to attack anyway. Good. All right, well... I guess we're leading here. So we'll go to combat. We will attack for 4. I don't think lead is even the right call. I think we want to draw a card. Trying to find a way to answer this Well-Wisher and just try to kill them before anything else matters. Yeah, so we're going to draw. All these leads looking pretty bad here. Find Stony Brook Schoolmaster. That's no good. So play Thraben Inspector, and that's it. Pass the turn. Didn't find our journey for Well-Wisher, so we're probably dead here. Opponent can gain 8 life a turn. We're only attacking for 4. And they're going to get Lizalana down this turn. So we'll see. We'll see how they play their turn out. There's a chance that they play suboptimally, but from this position, we're in a lot of trouble. Creatureless removal decks? Yeah, I guess people... A lot of these decks do seem fairly bad against heavy removal. It's true. Angry Birds! That is a really good name. That is a way. That's a way for you to get that, get some big YouTube money. Put an Angry Birds in your title. It's a budget legacy deck? Whacking up and Angry... Those are really good deck names, Fluff. Ooh, I like Countless Gears Renegade a lot. It's one of my favorite unrepresented cards, completely unrepresented cards in the format. All right, we'll just take 9 here. There you go. Mono White Skies, man. What do you guys think is the best inspiration for Pauper decks? I don't know, guys. Like, do we go... So let's go Schoolmaster. And we'll tap Schoolmaster to play a Caretaker. Like, we can block. They're just gaining life here. But I feel like there's also a... I feel like there's also some pretty scary stuff coming. Like Lizalana. We could find a way to journey the Well-Wisher and the Lizalana before it matters. And then potentially we could win. I'm not saying there's a super high chance, but it's possible. So we're going to play it out. No, Stony Brook Schoolmaster is certainly not Lizalana. Yeah, they're going to gain some more life. Go down to 24. We'll see Lizalana here. So they can go Lizalana. They can pretty much play their whole hand with Priest of Titania. Yeah, we might be dead. Perturb Birds. What do you guys think? Which deck benefits the most from... All right, Timberwatch Elf. That's probably just it. What deck do you guys think benefits the most from the Paris Mulligan? I really don't even... I don't even want to play with it. It seems so bad. Just for like Magic in general. Opponent gaining some life as a power move. So I think we'll keep Thrabby Baby around for one more turn. Take 6 here. Or not the London. Yeah, excuse me. Did I say like 3 places? It was like Vancouver, Paris, London. Boggles and Burn. I don't know if Burn needs it. I guess it does make Burn better. I see what you mean by that. Tron definitely benefit. Maybe do you think everything benefits enough that it just evens itself out? I still don't think this is a reasonable path to victory. Just one Timberwatch Elf active? Yeah, we don't have enough blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can at best get that many blockers out. I guess we could lead, but maybe we don't want them to know it's a lead deck. So we're close enough to dead here. That I'm going to scoop. Okay, so we have our Cop Greens, and that's about it. This is definitely a hard matchup for a green-white deck to win, especially one that isn't particularly fast. So Judge of Currents will come out, and Jade Guardian will come out. Combo decks in general. Yeah, hopefully it makes my combo decks a little bit better. You think it hurts the cantrip blue decks? So that deck doesn't benefit much. Carpoolson Mage, thank you. Welcome to the Jank Bank. Thanks for the follow. Hope you're casting lots of green spells out there tonight. I didn't like Holy Light wouldn't have done anything there though. They had the Lizalana in hand. Like we cast 1 Holy Light for 3 mana, don't do anything. Attack for 4. They cast Lizalana, make a jillion elf tokens, and we lose. Like you have to... Holy Light is not electricity, especially not in a deck that can't punish them. Like we couldn't have won in the time that Holy Light would have bought us. You know what I mean? I did think about it though. This is pretty slow, but it draws lots of cards. So we might be able to find our Cop Green. We do have to hope they're on a clunker. So we're going to keep. And we'll go Blossoming Sands in a forest. Yeah, 3 mana is like too much. It's debatable. I think our deck is just... Ooh, opponent's deep mulliganing. Hey, thank you for the bits, Type 1. I appreciate it. How you doing tonight? Welcome. Welcome. I just don't think it's worth it. Like, I have lost so many matches against Elves where I resolved more than 1 Holy Light that I'm so far off it. I think this deck is just too slow. Them little bitties. We have a Cop Green, so hopefully the Cops are coming. Can't hit Cop Green with Lead the Stampede. There's a Schoolmaster, so we can get some untapped shenanigans going if we... maybe we just run an Elvish Visionary. I guess that helps out their Vanguard and stuff. I guess Query Ranger would have helped us get to 3 next turn. We have no way to tap this anyway. Journey. I like it. It's a start. Could fetchable gain land make 3 colors more accessible in Pauper? I think being able to fetch any of 2 colors would help a lot. Yes, I do agree. So Elvish Vanguard isn't what we're worried about in this matchup. Opponent's down to 1 card. We can make chump blockers with our Schoolmaster. All we have to do is find a Dryad. So we're going to hold on to this Journey for now. All right, so land is good. So we'll play... Maybe we just play Schoolmaster. Let's Rancor up the Visionary. Go to combat and swing. And then we'll play out 2 more attackers. Plus Query Ranger, Thraben Inspector can take out Elvish Vanguard. If we have to untap this to multi-block and kill it, we can do that too. Let's play land, and we definitely want Schoolmaster to survive. So play Thraben Baby, play Query Ranger, pass a turn, and next turn we can lead the Stampede, although we don't have a ton of mana to back it up. Opponent's on one card in hand. They just played another land. Lizalana. There is a great reason to have a Journey to Nowhere in hand. Opponent goes to attacks. I like it. All right, so untap Elvish Visionary. Go to blocks. Block like this. Block like this. And we have to Journey next turn, unfortunately. But I do think we're going to get ahead somehow. Our opponent had to mulligan really hard. Hopefully we can pull ahead due to that. All right, let's play land and Journey the Lizalana. And I don't think we want to Rancor up Quirion Ranger and attack and just let it trade with an Elvish Mystic. I think we're going to pass, especially where the untapped synergy with Stony Brook Schoolmaster is so good. It would take a lot to send a SWAT team to a home in Canada, just saying. Yeah, it really would. Who just said they were going to SWAT me? Stuffing your face while watching some amazing Pauper content. Glad to have you, man. Oh, yeah, no. Don't even joke, man. People are getting killed. Like, that's not funny. Do not make jokes about swatting. Not in good taste at all. I'll take 2 here. Play an absolutely fantastic Pauper Cube. Man, I wish I had people to play Cube with. That'd be sweet. Maybe Sunlance? I wouldn't mind a Sunlance. Yeah, the Mounties. The Mounties would definitely knock. The Mounties are cop red. All right, we draw a Thraben Inspector. So now it's debatable whether we want to Stony Brook or... I think we do want a Stony Brook or lead. Maybe we Thraben Inspector. Yeah. So let's Thraben Inspector. Stony Brook can't, like, it can attack through a single 1/1, but they can just leave back a blocker and it doesn't really matter. Thraben Inspector can put on a couple of Rancors pretty unapologetically and be just fine. All right, so untap Thraben Inspector, bounce Forest, play a Forest, and try to get a good lead off here. We got a few creatures. Jade Guardian's nice. Don't mind Visionary to draw some more cards. Put a couple lands to the bottom. Wouldn't have minded seeing one of those. We'll just pass here. So next turn, I think we're going to play out Loam Dryad Visionary and start making a ton of 1/1s. And attack with some 1/1s. Okay. We'll block with Thraben Inspector. Find a Quirion Ranger. All right, so Loam Dryad. Quirion Ranger. Elvish Visionary. We really do have to start attacking, though. I might be giving them a little bit too much time. All right, go to combat and swing with Inspector. What's up, the Maverick Girl? How you doing? We're playing against your namesake deck, your favorite deck, Elves. We might have a chance, Jay. We might. Occasion Javelin. Oh, is this lead? Yeah, there's lead. All right, we resolve the lead. They resolve the lead. We don't have any more journeys to answer anything good they find. Wildheart Invoker, a little problematic. But we have blockers. This gives trample, right? So Vanguard comes down. And Quirion Ranger is going to allow them to play the next Quirion Ranger. Pump up Vanguard a little bit. Hopefully our evasion comes through. Super glad I committed all those Elves last turn. There's a chance? Skyfisher would be nice. Okay, so now it's time to get down Schoolmaster to get blocking. And to get tapping and stuff. And I mean, we can just like Rancor something up. Like we can Rancor up a Guardian, but it doesn't have First Strike or anything like that. So it's not super good that way. And we'll tap Schoolmaster. Play a Loam Dryad. And I don't think we want to untap Schoolmaster here. We can't tap it with any of our other effects. We'd have to untap 2 things to get another tap out of it. So I think we just play Blossoming Sands and say go. Wild Heart Invoker, the only card in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 6 mana, so they can't activate yet. And a couple of Rancors aside should get us through next turn. The bear is going to be super good for that deck. Yeah, it's crazy. Vivian's Grizzly is nuts, man. It's such a good card. So Wild Heart Invoker unknown in hand. Oh, Timberwatch, frig. That's trouble. Gotta find one of those cop greens. Tootswit. For sure. They have 2 Quirion Rangers, too. Oh, God, that's bad. Yep. And here comes Invoker. Yeah, the Merfolk Tappy shenanigans. That's what they used to call me in high school. That's not a very good high school nickname. Sorry, guys. Weak joke. Weak joke. Yeah, having like card advantage on a stick that costs green mana is nuts. Obviously, green is what we have access to the most. Like, it's pretty nuts. It's going to be good. More Jade Guardians. That is not what we're looking for. We need a Journey to Nowhere for this Timberwatch Elf. Another lead. I guess leading is almost as good here because we could hit Core Skyfishers, which draws even more cards. And our opponent isn't making tokens or anything like that, so as long as we are, we might be in a better position. Let's see what lead gets us. Some lifelink wouldn't be a bad thing either. So there's a Skyfisher. All right, so Quirion Ranger, untap Stony Brook, bounce a land. Play a land. And tap this for white. Make a token. Bounce Inspector. And I think we're just going to pass here. I don't really want to activate another Quirion Ranger. The mana efficiency is not super important, so we'll just pass. We have blockers, kind of. Yeah, maybe I do have to activate now. But we have to win over the next couple of turns, otherwise we're just dead. Because this stupid heckin' Timberwatch Elf. Yeah, so I think I am going to untap the Schoolmaster now. Whoa! Sorry, guys. Moto definitely didn't like that. Nervous clicking intensifies. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 blockers. And they can't give trample yet. They can pump for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can pump for 14. I have to do some real careful math here. Granted, they're going to do a great job saving their creatures, even if they don't kill us. Yep. So it's problematic for sure. Looks like they're going to let us have our turn. Or they're just going to give a creature +5/+5 and trample. And it counts my elves too. It's true. Oh, so we can't get in front of the thing that they're going to pump a million times. Although they activated the Quirion Rangers already to do this. So that means they only get the one... They only get the one Wild Heart activation. So it's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. +5 is 12, is 21. Okay, so we have to put a bunch of stuff in front of it, which is not great. All right, so untap a Loam Dryad. How much are they hitting for? 5, 14, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. All right, they're going to help us here. So 19. Oh, so it's just 19. No big deal. 19 trample. All right. Not a whole lot of outs here. They've already activated both Quirion Rangers. I guess like 1 and 0, there isn't like a huge difference here. Like we have to answer this or this next turn. So I think I'm going to go to 1 here. Yep, we go to 1. And opponent passes. 2 cards in hand. They mulligan deep this game, too. All right, guys, we need an answer. Right now. Cop Green doesn't even really do a great job of it. So, crack a clue, draw a card. Raven Inspector. Okay. I think we're running out of outs here. Yep, Flag Bearer would have been amazing. I was regretting not including Flag Bearer. Not the answer we were looking for. That's for sure. The trample is all that really matters here. But now we just can't generate the mana to cast any answer we do find. Yeah, we're dead, guys. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. They can only generate 5 mana, but I don't think we have enough blockers now, right? Because we went digging. All right, well, pass a turn. See if they found a way to kill us. We certainly have not found a way to kill them. Most of our mana is going to be tied up in digging, so we can't do anything with these Jade Guardians. So we're going to pitch them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can only make 7 mana. They can't activate this. Oh, never mind. That's it. Frag! Hello out there in YouTube land. I just finished up the league with green-white Dryad Stampede. As you guys saw in those first couple of matches, this deck does a lot of interesting things. There's a lot of interesting lines, but it has some inherent weaknesses. It turns out those weaknesses could have been shored up with some standard bearers in the board, but I went deep on matchups like Affinity and Delver trying to shore those up. Looks like we didn't really get the Delver matchup all the way there with the sideboard anyway, so maybe we should have had some standard bearers. Anyway, the synergies I liked the most were making tokens with Stony Brook Schoolmaster and going wide. Rancor is a busted card, and Lead the Stampede wasn't even as good as I thought it would be. It was really just like Jade Guardians and Merfolk tokens that actually got us there. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for sticking around for the entire league out there on YouTube and for the entire league out here on Twitch. I really appreciate it, guys. Have a great night.